Okay, today I'm going to show you how to finish the weaving by attaching the tassels at the bottom and to tie off the top. First thing you need to do, turn over your weaving, take your scissors, and cut all of the strings from the back in half, all the way down. Cut all of the strings right in half. Now, remove all of the strings from the board by unhooking them from the bottom. Just have to pull it out. Pull the little strings out from the board. It's very easy, and I will give you some time to do it. So everyone needs to be unhooking the strings from the bottom of the board. So do that right now. Okay, now, put your weaving on your desk. You need 2 strings to tie 1 tassel. So these 2 strings are going to be a tassel, these 2, these 2, and these 2. So each 2 strings are going to attach 1 tassel. So get your tassels ready. Some people may have 3, some people may have 4. Okay? Now zoom in close so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, you're going to take one of your strings, just one of them from this group, and put the one string through the loop. Just one of the strings. Okay? Now I'm going to tie this string to this string in a really good knot. So tie a knot, not in a bow, in a knot. See how I'm pulling it? Now that's not enough. You need about 2 or 3 knots. You really don't want this to fall out. If these knots fall out, then your whole weaving's going to fall apart. And you don't want that to happen. So really tight knot. You can tie as many as you need just to be safe. Then, when you're done tying that knot, cut these little white strings off. Just make sure you don't cut the knot. And I will wait until everybody's done attaching their first tassel. First one's done. Now get your next 2 strings ready. These 2 strings are going to attach this tassel. So put one string through the loop and tie it to the other string. Make sure you do 2 or 3 knots. 1 knot is not enough. 2 or 3 knots, just to be safe. And then cut those little white strings off. You don't need those anymore. All right, now I'm going to do the other 2 a little bit faster. Some people may only need 3 tassels. It depends on how big your weaving is. Make sure you tie it tight. Couple of knots. Now all 4 tassels are nice and neat. See that? They're all neat. They're all tied very tightly. Now I'm going to show you how to tie the top. This is where some people get confused. We're going to be tying the top the same way, but you don't need to put any tassels on the top. We're just going to tie it in knots. So, take out all of the strings, unhook them from the board very carefully. Make sure you're not pulling the white string completely out. Just carefully unhook them and take them off of the board, one by one, carefully. Now we don't need this board anymore, but keep it on your desk because you're going to turn it in with your board so I know it's yours. Now we have all these little white strings hanging up here. All you have to do is tie them into a knot. So we're going to tie these two in a knot, these two in a knot, these two in a knot, and the last two. So each string should have its own pair. So this one's a knot, this one, and this one. Okay, if you just pay attention to which one you're tying it to, you won't have a problem. All right, so I'm going to slowly make sure everyone's ready, and I'm going to tie the first knot nice and tight. If this knot falls out, the whole weaving's going to fall apart. So we're kind of just doing the same thing, but we're not attaching a tassel in the middle of it. Now just cut that little white string off and do that to all of the rest. Some people may only need to tie 3 knots. Some people may need to tie 4. Cut that away. 2 more to go. Nice and neat. And we've got 1 more to go. I know it's a lot of knots, but it'll look good in the end. Now you're still not done yet. The only thing this is missing is a hanger. Now this one has a nice hanger at the top, so we can hang it on display in the hallway. Okay, here's how you do the hanger. Take a little bit of yarn from one of your piles. You only need a little bit. That's enough. Now, we just need to tie a knot here and here. Whichever way is easier for you to do that, just tie the knot. It doesn't need to be attached anywhere specific. This is where I attach it. I like to pull the knot up. Zoom into this. And then I like to put this little string through the hole and tie a little knot here on this side. You don't have to do it that way. You can just attach it wherever you feel like it, but just attach it somewhere on this one side. Now that that's nice and tight, I'm going to attach the other side over here on this knot. So zoom into this one. Now I'm going to put this string through this little hole. My hanger's almost done. And I'm almost done. And all you have to do now is cut off some of your loose ends. And you're all done. And I want to thank Janasia for videotaping this, and I want to thank Naira for letting me finish her weaving. Thanks for watching.